This month was full of surprises. We had a gacha game actually dethrone Hawkeye Starrail as the #1 gacha game on mobile globally for the last month, although it is likely to be very temporary. Tower of Fantasy, interestingly enough, saw a slight increase in earnings for the first time this year. There has been a fairly substantial shift in terms of rankings all around, and Nikke is holding a near Automata collab, which is absolutely out of this world. The things they did to 2B and to A2 should be illegal because they made me waste over $200 merely to obtain 2B. God help me when it comes to pulling A2, which I'll actually be doing live on Twitch this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come and give me some luck as I no doubt break down crying and weeping as I continue to fail to obtain her. And while I have covered every single one of these topics and pretty much these games in detail, I urge you to go ahead and check those out. Nothing is more important than knowing how our favorite gacha games are doing. Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to your monthly recap on how your favorite gacha games are doing on a month-by-month basis. These stats are purely mobile and do not include PC stats and also disregard Chinese revenue just for reference, since Chinese revenue is very difficult to come by and is never really disclosed. If you're interested in new gacha releasing this month, if you're looking for new gacha to try out, I have a dedicated video exclusively for that you can find in the description, in the pinned comment, or just by clicking the video at the end of this video. Now let's jump in and see how things have turned out. First, let's talk about the new king of the gacha genre, Fate Grand Order, coming in at #1 with an overwhelming $61 million globally and 180,000 new downloads, which is awfully low given the revenue, but is proof that the active player base is capable of spending more than in almost any other gacha. This is significantly more than its previous month, which saw $36 million and 180,000 new downloads. Hawkeye Starrail sees a drop, although very likely temporary, as I did note that at the beginning of this video, to #2 with $50 million globally and 1.6 million new downloads. This is up quite a bit from last month's $41 million and 1.6 million new downloads. In a shocking turn of events, Genshin Impact came in at #3, something that many gacha gamers probably never expected to see, with $44 million and 2.9 million new downloads. This is up slightly from last month's $32 million and 2.7 million new downloads. It's rare for 3 gacha games to top $20 million in any given month, so when Umamusume proved once again, it is a force to be reckoned with, bringing in $28 million and 50,000 new downloads from Japan alone. To say I was surprised would be an understatement. This is significantly up from last month's $23 million and 30,000 new downloads. Blue Archive came in at #5 with $22 million and 290,000 new downloads. This is up from last month's $19 million and 360,000 new downloads. Blue Archive has been doing absolutely incredibly all year and is showing no signs of slowing down anytime in the near future. Stix is a proud sensei. Last month, Nikke fell to the #7 position. This month, Nikke rose to take the #6 spot, bringing in a whopping $20 million. Yeah, another game above 20 million with 300,000 new downloads. This is up quite a bit from last month's $15 million and 290,000 new downloads. I'm curious what next month will look like though, given the near collab featuring 2Booty and Ass2. And that's it for gacha games that earned over $20 million, which is kind of crazy. 6 games managed to fall under this category in the last month. That by no means means that other gacha games are doing poorly. On the contrary, many gacha games are still managing to accumulate over $10 million and are critical successes. Before we discuss where the remainder of our gacha ended up, though, allow me to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your guys' support is why I can make videos like this every month, and I deeply appreciate you all being there for me. Heaven Burns Red comes in at number 8 with a sizable $16 million and 90,000 new downloads. This is up substantially from last month's $4 million and 40,000 new downloads. I'm not sure what happened, but they really need to keep that up. Raid Shadow Legends comes in at number 9 with $15 million and 600,000 new downloads. This is down just slightly from last month's $16 million and 700,000 new downloads. Coming in at number 10 is none other than Summoner's War with a tidy $10 million and 70,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $12 million and 100,000 new downloads. And that is every gacha game that managed to earn above $10 million. Yes, there were actually really that few, even though I noted that there are many gacha games that are managing to accumulate over $10 million this month. Specifically, that is not really the case. The following games, however, all managed to earn above $1 million, which is a sign that they are still profitable, they are still successful, and popular to varying degrees. Project Sekai takes the number 11 spot with $8.9 million and 360,000 new downloads. This is down quite a bit from last month's $12.9 million and 350,000 new downloads. Tower of God New World comes in at number 12 with a massive $8 million and 1.3 million new downloads. That is admittedly pretty damn impressive given the game literally just launched a month ago. It opened significantly higher than many of us had anticipated it opening it to, which, you know, if you think about it, is really not a bad thing. Arknights continues to do phenomenally at number 13, pulling in $7.6 million and 90,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $10.9 million and 100,000 new downloads. I'm curious how next month will look, however, with their Monster Hunter collab going on right now. At number 14, we have Romancing Sagari Universe, a title not many of you likely played, yet managed to bring in $7.2 million and 30,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $8.2 million, but pretty much 95% of its earnings are from Japan. Diablo Immortal is finally beginning to show signs of decline, coming in at number 15 with $7 million and 300,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $9 million and 600,000 new downloads. I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has, honestly. Memento Mori has risen from an all-time low, taking the number 16 spot with $7 million and 100,000 new downloads. This is up a decent amount from last month's $5 million and 50,000 new downloads. Epic 7 comes in at number 17 with $7 million and 80,000 new downloads. This is roughly on par with last month's $7 million and 70,000 new downloads. The game continues to surprise us with its longevity. The 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross comes in at number 18 with $6.5 million and 400,000 new downloads. This is up quite a bit from last month's $4.5 million and 300,000 new downloads. Fire Emblem Heroes comes in at number 19 with $5 million and 20,000 new downloads. This is almost identical to last month's $5 million and 17,000 new downloads. And finally, coming in at number 20 is Azure Lane with $3.3 million and 51,000 new downloads. This is up from last month's $2.8 million and 40,000 new downloads. And that makes up the top 20 gacha games in terms of downloads and earnings from the last month. I'm sure some of you are as surprised as I am with a few of the games listed here today. Fate Grand Order came in at number 1 in terms of total revenue on mobile. Hawkeye Starrail and Genshin Impact continue to be money printers for Hoyo. There were 6 games that made over $20 million over the last month, which is absolutely crazy. Tower of Fantasy once again didn't make it into the top 10, the top 20, the top 30, or further, but it did manage to earn $1.3 million, disregarding PC, disregarding console in China, but this list excludes those options for every other gacha game as well, so this is fair. Brown Dust 2 dropped from $4 million down to $1.9 million, which was disappointing. Danmachi Battle Chronicle opened up to $1.3 million, which is a lot lower than expected. Snowbreak is remaining steady at about 1.2 million. Eversoul dipped down to 700k. Tactop Symphony dropped from $3 million down to 600,000. That is a significant decrease. And King's Raid is still somehow managing to remain online, making $20,000 a month. Oof, it has been a fascinating month, honestly, and I can't wait for next month to see how the games continue to shift. Now, if none of these games look like games that you're interested in, then if I'm being completely honest with you, the gacha genre probably just isn't for you. But I have you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that you should definitely check out then.